right, well, good morning, everyone. It is October 26, 9:03 a.m. Thank you. Sorry for the delay there, but we're ready to roll. I appreciate everyone being on the call during AEP, and as a reminder, I'm doing my best to record these calls and putting them up on YouTube, and then letting you know when they launch. So if you can't make a call, that's great, but we always like you to be on these calls so you get the information first. That's what it's all about. So first up is our training calendar for the week. Today at 11, there is two options for training. The first is Aetna, why and how to sell Medicare supplements. So, why should you sell Medicare supplements? And Aetna is doing a training specifically for that. There's a registration button on the calendar there. So if you're a little shaky on Medicare subs and you want more information on how to do that, please log in at 11 o'clock this morning, and they'll go through that for you. If you're good with Medicare subs, also at 11 o'clock, Devoured is doing their broker coffee hour. So any questions, concerns that you have regarding Devoured Health, this one's based out of Orlando. However, anywhere you're selling Devoured, whether it's Jacksonville or the Tampa market, they'll have the answers for you as well. So jump on that, and they'll have a manager to answer questions for you. I believe it's Jeanette in the Orlando market. And 2 o'clock today, Aetna is hosting a hospital indemnity and flex plan. So this is going to be good for those folks after open enrollment that can button up deductibles and copays very nicely with a hospital indemnity plan. So if you're interested in learning on how that works, Aetna is hosting that today at 2 o'clock. So that's a training for today. On Tuesday, the only thing going on is United Healthcare is hosting a coffee and chat session at 9 a.m. with Al and Deb from the Central Florida market. However, anywhere you are in the world, if you have questions about United, I'm sure Al and Deb can point you in the right direction. So that's it for tomorrow. On Wednesday at 10 o'clock, Health First is hosting their high-value training, and they're going to talk about their networks, their providers, their pharmacies, and you can go ahead and jump on that on Wednesday the 28th at 10 o'clock. So if you're in a Health First market, you can check that out. And then on Thursday, you've got Aetna's Quote and Enroll seminar. So you can learn how to quote and enroll somebody remotely. That's at 11 o'clock on Thursday. And then last training for the week on Thursday also at 11:30, Devoured is doing a broker coffee and chat session. And that's for the Jacksonville market. But again, anywhere you're selling Devoured, I'm sure they'll have the answers to help you out. So that's the trainings for the week. It's sparse just because we're in the middle of open enrollment and we know how valuable your time is with your customers. But, if there is something you're shaky on that I mentioned, take time, carve that time out, and make sure that you get your questions answered. It's only going to help your clients in the long run. And then, of course, this Saturday is Halloween, so I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween doing that. So that's it for the training this week. All right, so new mentions here. We've got our new website, which is recently launched, askhpm.com. It is client-facing. It is live and direct for prospects, those that have Medicare, those that have ACA. And what we're also going to be doing is promoting our events on this website through social media on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And so if you have any events that you are doing, if you have tabletops, if you are doing seminars, educational or sales seminars, if you are at a Walmart, if you are at a Walgreens, and you want us to promote your events, please send an email over to Sergio, and he will get those events on the calendar. His email is sdiaz@askhpm.com. Everyone should be getting his emails on a bi-weekly basis, with the sales numbers. So if you're interested in having your events promoted, or if you have office days that you want to promote, we will be happy to pop those into the calendar that's on our website. So I hope you take advantage of that because it's a great opportunity to get your events promoted as you're doing marketing out in the community. So with that, we are looking for agents to help us with inbound phone calls, and we're going to be setting up inbound phone calls in our call center setting. Right now it's going to be limited. It is going to be on first come, first serve basis. So if you're interested in receiving phone calls for leads, we are marketing right now and we are getting leads. We are getting the phones to ring. Leads are coming through websites. So if you're interested in participating in that, you do have to make sure that you're contracted with most of the carriers with health plan markets, obviously. You do have to be reporting your sales and obviously have some experience on the phone. We're looking for agents that can do a full compliant virtual presentation over the phone and do a fully compliant enrollment over the phone with our key carriers. So, you know, we need to ensure that you know what you're doing on the phone because these leads are going to be asking, you know, how do I get enrolled, and I want you to do it right now. So if you feel that that is you, then you're welcome to send Sergio an email and he will build out a schedule in order to get you some time on the phones there. Again, you do have to be savvy with how to do a full enrollment over the phone. And if you've done your due diligence over the summer, as we've been talking about, you should be pretty savvy by now on how to do an enrollment with most of the carriers. So we'll talk more about that. The enrollment options are pretty easy. If you know how to run a computer, you know, and do a video call, by now most of us are pretty comfortable with doing that. Then we're looking for you. So it may not be crazy, but we do have some folks that have been ringing in. We started the campaign last week, and it seems like the phones are ringing. So we'd love to have you share in that, but again, you got to be reporting and you got to know how to do those enrollments over the phone. And also, we'll extend those if it's successful to Saturdays. So any agents that are interested in receiving leads on Saturdays, please let us know as well, so we can make sure that we can connect you in the office or remotely, so you can take care of those folks as well. We can set up the times and days and hours for you. For that. But that's what's going on in the office. We wanted to share those opportunities, especially now that the call center is working like we're wanting it to work. So it's been a struggle since the beginning, but we finally got it up. All right, so I want to also remind you of our program that we have. Last year was very successful. So if you know other agents, captive agents, life insurance agents, property and casualty agents, or just other agents that don't want to write Medicare business, if they refer that business to you, we do have a referral program where we can actually compensate that agent up to $100 depending on what's going on there. So if you do have friends or relatives in the business that are looking to refer business to you, we can take care of them. So, you know, for more information, you can shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to explain the agent referral program. Just want to remind everybody that's out there because we haven't been doing a lot of that this year so far. And the ones that are really kicking up the leads. So just remember that we have that program out there. So I want to talk a little bit about the health plans now. We've got some news and updates. The first on the list is CarePlus. I want to mention, in case you guys missed it, the CareOne Plus plan, and this is in Central Florida. It's the 057. It is an HMO-POS, point of service. And this plan, I just want to remind you, is available for folks that live in Florida but travel to Puerto Rico often. Okay, so maybe they have friends or family there. You know, this is a popular feature that really should have been around a while ago, but they just launched this with the 057 available for 2021. So if you have clients or prospects that say, hey, I spend part of my time here in Central Florida, this is my residence, I'm living here, but I go back and forth to Puerto Rico often, they'll be able to access certain providers in Puerto Rico and certain services in Puerto Rico. Not everything, but definitely urgent care, definitely the emergency room and the doctors. So they use the Humana network that's been built out in Puerto Rico for many, many years. And so that particular plan is specifically designed for those types of people that go back and forth from Central Florida to Puerto Rico. So just keep that in mind in case you run into somebody in that situation, because that is the perfect plan for somebody that you know, travels quite a bit there. So want to remind you of that. CarePlus has made some significant increases in their network. Specifically, I think last week we mentioned Orlando Family Physicians joined the network, adding their 20 or so facilities and hundreds of doctors for primary care doctors. They have now also added island doctors, which is very popular in the Jacksonville market, and then south on 95, and then across I-4 corridor in Volusia County. So those new facilities are now in network. A big play for CarePlus, especially in Volusia. You've got a larger expanded network of primary care doctors that are now pro CarePlus. So island doctors have added themselves in the mix. I think it's a fantastic addition. CarePlus is making those gaps and filling those gaps for you. So in case you bump into an island doctor, and you have a member that wants to stay there, CarePlus is now in network. So that will be coming on live for November 1st. So you'll be able to get them enrolled today and get their doctor all set up with CarePlus. And also a couple of reminders here too, in case you missed the email. Devoted's DSNP plan is offering you a $50 health risk assessment incentive. So that's the additional form that you fill out after you've done the application. And it's basically a physical that you go through and you answer the questions for the member. You help them fill that out and you get $50. And on top of that, the member receives a $25 Visa card. So you win, Devoted wins, the member wins, and the primary care wins because they get their HRA form, which is exactly what's needed in order for them to keep their compensation a little bit higher and help with the star ratings. And we know Devoted hasn't been awarded a star rating just yet. It is coming. So, you know, maybe in 2022 they should have a star rating, but it is coming. And so these HRA forms are going to be critical for those high scores for the health plans in order to get that 5-star rating everybody's after. So just an additional incentive. I think they're the only ones right now that are marketing that additional $25 to the member because it does take a couple extra minutes. It's not that big of a deal for you, and so you'll have the ability to get compensated, and then also the member gets a little gift card as well. So, all right, on to Health First. Health First has completely redone their electronic process. They've got e-scopes now. They have pre-filled apps. You can actually text your prospect or your client and email the application that's already pre-filled, and all the member has to do is sign up. So if you're interested in more information on how to access that e-scope, go to your portal at Health First or Advent Health, and there's more information on that. You can also check your email. They've sent out emails regarding that as well. So it looks like everybody's getting on board with the e-scopes and the e-apps. We love it. Makes life a lot easier, and now companies are getting pretty savvy with it. So you're able to text your member and get them the information, including an entire application, which is pretty awesome. So I thought that was cool to mention. So another thing that we're seeing popping out here is dental, and there's been some confusion about dental and how it all works on these health plans, and many of the plans have a limit or a dollar amount attached to the dental reimbursement. But I do have to mention that these reimbursements, what we're finding is the doctor, although they might be in network with Cigna, the doctor must also accept Medicare, and that's where we're running into some issues with these dental reimbursements. So it looks like this is the case for Aetna, WellCare, Freedom, and Cigna. That dental reimbursement program where you can go to those particular dentists. If they don't have a network, which many of them are touting that you don't need a network, you can go out and we'll reimburse you. Just make sure that that particular dentist also accepts Medicare. Because if they don't accept Medicare, they most likely will not accept that dental reimbursement, and the health plan is just not going to pay it out to them. And that will leave you and your member in an awkward position where you won't be able to get those bills paid. So just double check, make sure that the dentist that you're referring your members to, or mention that to your members, that if they're going to get dental benefits, that they see a dentist that also accepts Medicare. So keep that in mind when you're out there and you're offering dental for your members, because many of these plans are really, really bumping up the dental benefits, and I love seeing this because it makes it very, very competitive, and it moves the needle for our seniors to get better dental care. So that's how we can help them. All right, now a couple things here on WellCare. We're seeing that a lot of you are having some difficulties with the Ascend program, and that's across the board for WellCare, all the Centene products, including Allwell. And then also on the other side, Aetna uses Ascend, which is the same platform. You'll need a different login, of course. But I want to mention that there are ongoing trainings, and if you are having difficulties on using Ascend, that is our preferred method is electronic apps. Please reach out to the local manager. They are doing local and personal training to help you with these Ascend applications, because it is our goal to increase the electronic applications. It just makes everyone's life easier. Your members get their card faster. They get enrolled faster. There's less issues with the application, less pendings, and you get paid your commissions faster. It's just a win-win-win all the way across the board. So, if you need help with the Ascend product, the Ascend application, please reach out to your local manager for the health plan at WellCare, and they'll be glad to get you training. And then last thing to mention about WellCare, many of you are out there, and I'm getting questions about, these different plans, the core plans, the give back plans, the DSNPs. And it seems like people are forgetting that WellCare does have a CSNP plan. And they have two of them, actually. And I just want to remind you of these CSNP plans because they are incredibly rich in benefits and stand toe-to-toe to plans like Freedom, where these CSNP plans can really help one of your members. So the first thing is the Champion plan, which actually gives back $120 in the Central Florida market, and beyond, in some places, even more than that. So, you've got a give back plan with a low maximum out of pocket of $1,700, which is amazing. Primary care doctor still $0, and up to $15 for your specialist. And this is a CSNP give back plan available for diabetics, of course, and $50 at the hospital for the first 10 days. I mean, really incredible benefits with transportation, dental, vision, and hearing. You got a $1,000 credit. You got prescription drugs included in that. $10 for brand name drugs, not bad, So it's a really, really good plan on that give back plan. On the non-give back plan, you've got even better benefits because you're not getting that money back. $25 for a surgery. I mean, that's crazy. Over the counter, $190 a quarter. Crazy money to get their aspirins, Tylenols, Band-Aids, all that stuff, fill their medicine cabinet, and up to $2,000 in hearing on that plan. So I just want to remind you guys not to forget about, these benefits, because we do run into a lot of the other carriers, and maybe, they're happy with their benefits, but, they miss their doctor. And, WellCare has one of the largest HMO networks in Central Florida, and it's been that way for a long time. So if one of your members is on one of those other CSNP plans, don't forget that WellCare has something very, very competitive in order to, move the needle for you. So that's the news for this week. It is 9:23, so we're a little early. So what I'm going to do is take everyone off mute, If you have any questions, I'll be glad to do my best to answer them. All right, any questions this morning? You guys are going to let me off the hook early. Okay, hold on, just checking. I think I got a chat here. Okay, how do I report my sales? So guys, as a reminder, every Monday and Thursday you should be receiving an email with the sales numbers that show the leaders that are reporting their applications. On the bottom of that email is a link to report your sales. Please save that link, and you'll be able to report your sales. If you have trouble finding that link, you can call our office. Everybody knows the phone number there, and we'll email you over the link. It's very easy. Just remember to save it on your laptop, your phone, your iPad, whatever you're doing, and you can pop in your sales after you do it at the end of the day. All right.
Hey, Justin, can you do the health risk assessment on a send right after that you write the app, like on United?
On a send, I'm not sure if you can. I don't believe so.
Yes,
I think.
you
Can you do it?
Yes, you can.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right,
The last time I heard, they said it wasn't active yet. But if they've got it on there, that's awesome.
You know, with United, it is so easy just to go right into that, and it takes 5 minutes.
Yeah, they added it right to the end of the application. I love that.
Yeah, their system is very, very slick, and they've worked very hard on making it as easy as possible for you to do those electronic apps. So I'm happy to report that most of the United Healthcare sales are coming in electronic, and we appreciate that. You know, and as you can tell, a lot of these other companies are running to catch up on the e-apps, but it's going to get better and better, guys. So I do know that it's just going to be easier and easier as we get along. So just take your time and, you know, learn the ones that you're selling the most of. I think it's going to be beneficial to you at the end and for your members.
Do you know if there is a way to do an electronic app for Cigna without being with them, like email it?
They do have a platform. What I can do, Marissa, is I'll shoot over Ron's contact information to you, and he can do a quick training for you.
Yeah, because I know how to do it when they're there and they can sign it, but I have a couple that they want me to email them an application instead. They don't want to meet in person, so.
Okay, I'll get you over to Ron.
Hey, can you do that for me too?
You got it, buddy. And then, Marissa, I saw your chat here. You need to be added to the list. I think you're on there, but if it needs to be updated, John can
Well,
update it
I don't
for
know
you.
if they have me on there since my name changed.
Oh, okay. I'll let them know.
Email.
Gotcha. I'll let them know. All right. Any other questions this morning? Fantastic. Well, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Go out there, take care of your members, and let us know if we can help you in any way. Okay, guys? Have a great day.